Hi friends. Hello, hello. Yes, you are correct. I air dried my hair today. This is what I get. But I didn't have to go in and paint today, so it's been kind of a quiet day here, a day for me to catch up on my big weekend with my friend Julie, and we did a lot of shopping in the heat. I am telling you, we shopped for 2 straight days, and I have like a red rash on the inside of both of my ankles from heat. And we did a lot of stopping in the shade. It's amazing in the shade. It goes 10 degrees cooler. But we made several trips to the car. We both got a ton of pretty things. And hi, Barbara. And I tried to accomplish all of your requests. I didn't have luck with the wheel. Oh, what did I do with that paper? I got Linda's hand and I got Melissa's measuring sticks. Someone wanted a wheel. I can't remember who it was. I have it all written down. I found 3 wheels that were the right size, but they were very expensive. They were over $30, and I was going to go ahead and get one and just sell it to you, for the 30 whatever it was. But I was worried that it was too much, and then by the time I added shipping, and I know that I've had a couple of wheels on my website that sat for a long time that were under $30, so I was afraid to do it. And besides that, they were all so heavy. I didn't buy any books because the books were so heavy. Like, we were really thinking about of the load we were carrying, and I was pulling a cart. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sherry. Hi, Barbara. So yeah, we were kind of worried about, or I was really watching what I was getting. Julie just shops for her own personal stash, where I'm shopping for all of you too. So let me show you what I came up with. I found a guy that had some spindles. He has some really good spindles, and I saw someone do a sailboat. And look at this one. It's really good and chippy. So, of course, it's easy to find things, but prices were so high this time. It was really sad to see that, especially for you girls that don't shop. You just have no idea. So I don't know. It was that part was a little hard. Hey, Shayla. Hey, Kathy. So on the spindles, we saw this lady that had made a boat, and she used a spindle. Now, this one was one that I found last trip, and it was all in pieces, and my husband and I kind of put it together. It's not ergonomically correct or whatever they say, but it's pretty darn close to how it was. We literally put strings wherever there were holes. So it's pretty good, but they used a spindle here for the mast. Now, this particular one, I already had, the original mast with it, so I didn't do anything with it. But the idea is to get a piece of driftwood, and you guys know I've made several of these in the past. But what the thing was, hey Gigi, hey Becky, what the thing was the spindle was so cool, and then she hung down little strips of probably muslin shred. I didn't really look that closely. And then hot glued little seashells, but I'm thinking our buttons, or there's all kinds of things you could do. And then, but the best part of it, she had a little teeny tiny pulley like this. And it was affixed to it and had the rope wrapped, and I loved the old pulley. So I kind of went on a mission to try to find some pulleys. Let's see here. So I found, looks like I bought 3. I found this one, and the guy says, well, that's about as small as they come. And I said, no, this lady had really small ones. And then towards the end of the second day, I found these 2 of them. So I've got myself a couple of little ones to work with. The bigger one, I shouldn't have bought, but I thought, well, maybe I'll make a big boat with this one, and maybe the larger pulley would be the right size. But I've got to get back up to Kelly's Island to get bigger chunks of driftwood for the base, for the boat. So then I found this guy, and he took these little slats off of broken shutters, and I thought this was a really great idea, but he's like, I don't know what to do with them, but he had a whole big box full of them. So you want to make a boat, Barbara? Yeah, I love making them. I've probably made 6 or 7 of them over the years, but I really like the idea of the pulley. So that's gonna be, you got your package today. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Oh, you were my Canada. Who said that? Yes, Pam. Oh my gosh, I'm so relieved to hear it got there okay. And I'm so glad you loved everything. That's awesome. So I guess I had an idea. He gave me one. He said, well, just take one, see if you can figure it out. And then if you can figure out some great idea, let me know, and you can get more. Well, I did. I think I've got a cute idea for them. So I went back and I bought, I think I got 10 of them all together. So I'll be showing you that here. I don't know, I may do it in my group. You got your, oh, you guys, Jeannie loved her package. Thank you guys. I try. It's hard online. It's hard to see how nice this stuff really is. But yay, I'm so glad. So I found this cute shoe. I thought the shoe was adorable, but the best part about the shoe is, look, someone toll painted it years ago. I thought that was really pretty. I think it's beautiful. They did a really nice job. So I thought that was really unusual. It says United Last Company, Ewart and Potter. So there's that. But yeah, I thought it was really a cool looking shoe. There's like little holes in the bottom where they've attached it to their machine. And then here's the glass hand that I found. I'd never heard of a glass hand. It just says her name and the $10. Lunday, it was $10. But one of you wanted a glass hand. So we looked. I saw 3 of them. A couple of them were big, like big. And they weren't very pretty. One of them had Avon on the bottom, but this one wasn't marked. Shoot, I just almost lost you. You love it. Oh, good. Yes, now you need driftwood, shutters, and canvas. That's right. So anyway, I thought if this is the wrong kind of hand, maybe she'll still like it and she can tuck it with, her other, because they had standing up hands and laying down. I didn't know what kind of hand, I didn't know what color. But so out of the 3, that was our favorite. I was able to pick up a couple of these. Again, prices are going up. They were not brass, but I went ahead and got them because they had those cute little tags hanging on them. So I thought that was cool. You know me and my love for rolling pins. I can see a whole bunch of them right over there sticking out of a bucket. I'll probably bring you around so you guys will see that in a minute. But I got this little tiny rolling pin. I thought it was cute, so I picked that up. I've got a few of these tucked. They're a great thing to put in crocks with greenery, so that's always a good idea. For our antique boxes, look at the stack. Look at this stack of gauge faces. It says Protection Register Corporation. So I'll put a little pinch of these in all of the antique boxes that we make. Maybe I'll put a couple pinches in our, maybe one of the sales. I'll put some because I got a bunch. And then I got this really neat, I need to see if I can clean it up at all, but this Brush Creek tin. Now I had a Brush Creek tin, this is the back because of the seam, but it's not dented. And we love to take these tins and do them up for Christmas. And I loved the color on this. I already have one. I think it's in perfect condition. I don't know for sure, but I loved it. I loved the picture on it, and it's the good colors, so it will sit in really well with decor. So we looked at a ton of tins. That is the only one that I bought, but I know I have a bunch already, so I wasn't like desperate for them. And then I got 1, 2, 3 of these. I really was on a mission to find bottle tops. I didn't succeed. I did not do very well on the bottle top front, but I did find these 3. So there's this little one, which I'll put a button on that. And then this fancy one, it's really fancy. And then there was this one that was chippy and painted. So these were the only 3 bottle tops, really. Now I got a lot of spools. Like old spools, like, just that had kind of a look to them. So I got some old spools and, oops. And let me see here. I got these old spools. So these will work for tassel tops. I did find a few tassel tops, but mostly all spools. So these tassel tops. And then this one was a really good one that I'm going to wrap lace with. So this will be a treasure. I'm telling you guys, things are few and far apart, but we walked for 2 days in the burning heat. It was in the 90s, high humidity. We were dying. So this one was a pretty good tassel top too. So I snagged that one. Trying to see what else I got tassel top wise. I think that's it. Let me show you this. This was really cool. I don't think Julie saw that I got this. This is a thermometer. I don't know what it is exactly, but I loved that it was in the wood, first of all. There's a cork in the bottom, so they would pop the cork and take it out. And then it says, and I love the font, and you know me in black and white, so I love the font of that. So I thought it would just, you know, tuck into my decor nicely. And then it says Dr. Forbes specifications here. It's backwards, but that's what it says. And then it says hot, warm, tepid, cool, cold bath, and freezing. So I would say it's a way to, you know, of course, measure bath water. But I thought it was really cool. I didn't know I hoped it wasn't a rectal thermometer, but when I was reading cool, warm, hot, freezing, I thought, nope, that's not what it is. Hey, Denise, thank you. Thanks, Elaine. You were there Friday, Sherry. I told Julie 1,000 times, I wonder if Sherry's here, and we thought, oh, she can't take the heat. We could barely take the heat. Good for you. I hope you got lots of great things. I'm sorry I didn't see you. So yeah, I loved this. You enjoyed the pictures, Julie. I had several of you guys. Now I know you guys always hear that, all these questions and stuff, but I truly had several of you asking me about it. So I made a few videos that I didn't post just because it was really hard to, you know, there was always people and they probably felt like I was recording them and stuff. So I didn't do too many pictures. I found this neat thing. It's just a top, a finial, and I'll do something fun with that. I don't know what, but it just kind of struck me as unusual in size and all of that. So then I got these three. They were something that's been cut up. It's a piece of furniture that someone's cut up, but I thought these three sat well. They'll need painted since they don't match. And I know this one's a little more rounded, but the sizes are perfect to make a cluster with them. Or I just thought interesting to just lay in with some greenery or in one of my dough bowls or something like that. Always looking for unique pieces like that. This is going to be a fun project we're going to do in my Tammy's Making group. We're going to turn this into a lamp. Julie bought one and I bought one. We go to, in Ohio, about an hour and a half from us, an hour and 45 minutes. It's called Springfield, Ohio, Dee Dee. So we're going to make a lamp out of this. So if you're in Tammy's Making, you'll be able to see how we put, you know, all of the guts of the lamp inside. And then what we have, actually Julie has the great idea for the lamp shade that's going to be really different than anything I have. So I'm excited about that. So you need to be in Tammy's Making because we're going to stay on this and make sure that this isn't a project that goes away. We're going to get on it. Hopefully, if not this month, we'll do it next month for sure. We just have to find our shades. And then I found this really cute little key. I love the shape of it. You guys know I have hundreds of keys, so I really kind of passed across all of the keys. They're all on my website. They're $3 a piece. You just put in the memo whether you want a fancy one or whatever. But yeah, $3 was about as cheap as you'd see them. This one I paid $5, I believe. Yeah, this one I paid $5. It's a keeper because I never saw one like that before. I found a pearl necklace. Whoops, and there went the price. I found 3 of them, but I love that this one had the little diamonds on it. So love that. I don't know where the other pearl necklace, they were just boring. I bought them for the color. I don't know where they are right now, but I have a lot of stuff here to show you. So this necklace was really different. See how it doesn't open, but I thought it was really pretty too. You know, we're getting ready to do a magic mirror competition in the Sparkle room. If you're not in that group yet, you need to be in. But so I was kind of looking for some rhinestone-y things that I didn't already have. And look at this. Look at this. I love it. It's a pin. It's a brooch. I love when they have movement. We used to make a lot of belt buckles, and I would love these to hang down the front, you know, of the buckle, and it would move to catch your eye. Love doing that. So yeah, that was a good one. I paid up for that one, but it was worth it because that's going to be the crowning. There's a pair of earrings I found. That's going to be a good one. I found a few old buttons, and then I found more. After I bought these, I found more. Look, I found a whole jar. I paid up for it, but you know, it's hard to find the white buttons. There's a lot of clear buttons in there, so I may sit in the kitchen and work on sorting through those and pulling some out that I don't want. So I'll be sharing, you know, ones with you guys too. When we talk about bottle tops, I did get a couple of really cool, like this was just a nice doorknob. I'll put wrap ribbon to hide that. I'll probably have to take the screw out, but usually on the neck of the bottle, we wrap so much ribbon, you won't see that, but someone's put a screw in there. But this one had a really great shape. I have a great big one like this, but this one was small. I thought it was a great shape, so love that. And then here's one more. So those are some bottle tops I found. Not really what I was looking for, but they'll make nice, unique bottles. This is another one. It's got the hole in the bottom, so it'll make another nice bottle top. It's wood. All of the rest of these were metal. This will be a nice bottle top. I saw lots of these brass hose fittings. They make a great bottle top, but I didn't want to get too many. I did find this tiny little spring. The guy says, well, this goes to something else in here. He says, I don't remember what it is. And I said, well, I just want the spring. He laughed and said, you can take it. So I got the spring. Well, I mean, I paid him for it. I got these cow numbers. I think because of the size, they probably are a number for a cow. This one says 20, 20, and 20. They were all like hooked together. And then, so there you can see. But they all said 20. So there was a brass and like a tin that's probably porcelain, you guys. It probably is porcelain. And then the big hard plastic. So we'll see. I don't have a plan yet for those. And you know how I love the little dice. I keep buying these dice and they're a little pricey and I keep losing them, but I did manage to get 4 of them here at home. They made it home with me. So that's good. This is a package that had needles in it. It was $1, but I thought it looked really cool to add to a project. Just I love the writing and all of that. I found another one of these, Dee Dee, another leather measuring, and the only reason I got it, again, I mean, I hate to, but look how good it is for us crafters. So every box so far that I've sent out since I found that last one has had 12 inches or so of this measure. Who said that? Barbara. Hi, friend. Hey, sister. How are ya? So, yeah, so I love the white and black again. So I've done a couple projects with it, but I'm really trying to save it for you guys. And the last time I had one, Dee Dee bought it. She wanted to buy the thing, so I had to find another one. So there you go. There's that. Oh, look at this beautiful. I mean, I know it's funny to say this is beautiful, but what a pretty bit for a horse bit. And you remember in our group how we did it all up and like made a tassel sort of out of it, and it was so cool. And so yeah, so I love this one. Oh, you're gonna put it, hey Dee Dee, they had one we saw, we didn't buy it, it was a lot smaller, it was a lot more expensive, but he had oiled it. He had put I think like a hemp oil or something on it, but you might want to give that a try. Maybe a mineral oil. I'd probably do the food safe laxative type mineral oil and see if you can shine it up. It would warm up the color, but it would make it really shiny. I think it would make the leather look really pretty. So just since I saw you were on here, I got this unfinished for a bottle top. It's just an unfinished piece of wood. I found this gauge. I thought it was awesome. I'll have to find a big chunky bottle unless I put it in my basement with my gauge collection. But I found this. Oh, good, Sharon. I'm glad. I just let you guys think of how I think. You know, Julie, she shops for herself, so she gets like, you know, treasures, you know, like ironstone pieces and stuff like that. I really didn't shop a whole lot. Gigi, for myself, yes, we'd love to have you over there. There's just like, there's not very many people, like 30 of us. It's just a very small group, but everyone that's in there really enjoys just the, you know, just the, I don't know. It's just a nice little group. I don't know how to say. Yes. Oh my gosh. I'll show you my table. This is, I mean, there is stuff all over. So, okay, let's keep going. Because I know a lot of you guys like to see this. So, so many things you would have grabbed as well. I tell you, Denise, sometimes they are in amongst so much junk. Like I've sent you guys some pictures, and I know one of you guys says, I see so many bottle tops in there. And I'm like, you do? Because you know, after we were home, I was looking yesterday, And I'm looking like, oh my gosh, yes, there's one, there's one, there's one. But I'm telling you, when you were standing there in the heat, it was hard to focus, hard to concentrate. So I loved this. So back to what I'm saying. This was a little marked. I can't really read it, but it's a little marked salt. But I kind of thought it looked like the ironstone look. So I don't have any salts. It's where like Martha Stewart takes the pinch of salt and you toss it over your shoulder for good luck and then you add it to the food. Oh, she doesn't do that. She just adds it to the food, but you've seen people do that, right? And they pinch it. Anyway, I don't have a salt, so I thought this would look good in my little collection. I love the little ball feet. Let me see. I got this, and so this is a drawer pull, you know, but I love to turn it this way and put it against a chalkboard and put a couple of little pieces of chalk in there for my chalk couture projects. And this was a beauty, and this was a beauty. Both completely different looks, but I thought they were both fabulous. So I bought those little things to add to one of my chalk couture projects, or two of our chalk couture projects. I'm always on the lookout for these little cuckoo clock pine cones for fall. They look great in a bowl, super heavy. So this completes my set. I've got 4. I bought 1, then I found 2, then I found 1. This makes me 5, so that I don't have an even 4. Just isn't right to have 4 of something. So, hey Esther, thank you. So this is a really cool thing. I've never seen anything like this before. This is a German chocolate stirrer. They had 2. And there was a lady, Julie picked them up, and she says, what is this? And the lady that was selling them said it was a German chocolate stirrer. And you know, my stepdad is from German, so anything Germany, I'm always like, what? You know, I always turn to look because I was just interesting. So she said they would stir and the chocolate would drizzle off of all of these little grooves. And I don't know. But I thought it was cool. And I thought it would look great in my my rolling pin collection, or in my like wooden spoons. What else do I have? Yeah, I think my rolling pin, what's out there? Oh yeah, I have like the butter paddle. I can't see. I have the little mold, the little sugar molds. Yeah, just some things like that. So I thought this would look really cool sticking out of that. And I love this. And it was so funny. So when we were all done at Springfield at the outdoor part, on the second day, there's 3 malls. One of the malls in Springfield is the largest antique mall in America, they say. And so we always go there. It takes us 3 or 4 hours to get through it. And anyway, we were just walking along, we were chatting, and I was talking about this chocolate stirrer, and I said, I've never seen anything like it. We go around the bend, and laying on the table was a chocolate stirrer of all the things, and we never saw another one. And maybe it's something that you see that you just skim past it, but I thought that was so funny. I didn't get those words out of my mouth, and 2 minutes later there was one, but it didn't have this wooden piece right here. It was missing that. I didn't even look at the price, but I should have probably, but I already had one. So, okay, now I'm going to lose some of you. You're going to think I'm really weird, but you know, a lot of you have seen my basement and our nautical, you know, I try to go vintage nautical, not lighthouses and, no, I don't want to say that. I try to go more lake, I guess, than ocean, let's say that. And I love the vintage. So this thing was called, it's funny because it says a trot line on it, but I read it as a trout line. So when I was checking out with it, there's a hook here too. It's got the hook hooked onto it, the fishing hook, and then it's got the sinker as well. And so what I thought, it would be a great way to display a bobber, and put one of my old antique bobbers that I love to find. I'll show you a few that I found. But anyway, he laughed. He said, it's not a trout line, it's a trot line. I don't know. I was just thinking, I wonder why only trout would go for that. I was just so curious, and it wasn't. It's called a trot line. And he said that they would secure this somehow in the ground, I suppose, with these, or lodge it in the tree branches. I don't know what. But anyway, and then they would put their hook and their, oops, is there 2 hooks? Oh yeah, there's 2 hooks in here. Huh, cool. Anyway, yeah, there's another hook right there. He said that then the sinker would go and they would go back the next day and hope they had a fish so they would have dinner. So I thought that was really cool. I've never seen anything like it, but I think it'll display. Thank you, Barbara. Love the pine cones. you would have got the chocolate stirrer. Yeah, that lady bought the other one. I didn't blame her. I think hers was a little nicer. Julie had them in her hand, and I was way down the aisle, and I heard them talking, and I thought, oh, I'll look at it when I come back. And by the time I circled around and came back, somebody was already holding the best one. But I think this one's still fine. If you can't see both of them, and you don't know you got the worst one. But I still love it. Let's see. I got some tags to attach to things. Just a couple of this one. I thought it had a great look. I didn't really pay attention to what it was, but it says Field and Stream. F&S, but it's still got a great look to it. That was kind of funny. Let's see. And this one says Atwater Kent Radio, table by Kyle Milwaukee. So I don't know, but I thought they were both had a really cool look to them. So I grabbed those for projects. Here, when I talk about my bobbers, this is a look of, oops, oh shoot, don't break. Here is a look of some of the bobbers. I have bunches and bunches of bobbers downstairs, but this gives you an idea when I talk about it. I love to find antique wooden bobbers for my fishing collection. Now, I am not a fisherman. I just like that they're nautical and old. Like, see how this one's kind of too big? I've got a bunch downstairs. This little red one might display okay, but I feel like the bands of it are a little distracting with all of the string wrap. I don't know, this one right here might be okay, but I think I've got some smaller ones like this that would tie on better, even though they don't really, you wouldn't use a bobber to fish with this. Oh shoot, my best thing is, well, not my best thing. Hang on a minute. You got to see this. Hang on. Okay, so this thing we found at the end, like on the last day. And this is, so I was showing my husband, and it winds up your string. It's the same idea as the trot line, and it's got the sinker on it, but it's a whole different look. And Randy thought that they would use this as their pole, like it's a pocket pole is what he thought. And so he had a couple of these. I mean, this was $40. It was a little expensive, I thought, for what it was, but one of them had a bobber like this down inside. It was a lot more expensive, but it was like inside of it. And I thought that was such a cool look too, but I didn't get it because it was this one was cheaper. But he had a couple of little bobbers. He had this one and he had this one. Oops. And this one is just like a little cork, and he put a piece of looks like a piece of a toothpick in there. But I'm gonna have Randy tie it, because I can't tie fishing line. And then we're just gonna have these two like this. So that's what I'm gonna do for my display. Of course, I'm never gonna use it, it's all for display. And again, I'm just showing you guys for things to, not walk by, things that might inspire you, So I did find some of these. Now they're not brass, but these are those numbered tags. Like there you can make out the 18. It's a whole, wow, geez, I got the dropsies. This is a whole pack of numbered tags. So I don't know, I thought they were kind of cool to tie on to old bottles or whatever. I don't know what these were for. These are not miner's tags because the miner's tags are usually a heavy brass. Let's see, I found a little lock and a little locket that opens up and it says love forever. I thought that was great to tie on. Here's a really good bottle top. It's actually a lamp finial. It looks like the world, but I thought that might be a really cool bottle top, or it might be a good lamp finial for my new lamp I'm making. Hi, Joe. Oh, you're fine. You've just missed a few things. I'm just showing them things that I got from my shopping this weekend. So we've still got plenty to go. I got this for a bottle top. It's kind of got a broken top, but I don't know. It didn't bother me. And then I do love this one though. Whoops, I keep dropping. Good grief, I keep dropping everything. This is, just has really great crazing, and it is a bottle topper too. I found some Christmas things. Now these Christmas things will go on our tins. But I have an angel. I bought two, but I can't find the other one, so it's probably in the bag. I probably lost it forever. Yeah, you think that would be a good, I do too. Who said that? Dee Dee. I think it would be a good topper. So I got this angel, and these are for like when we do up our cans. We do little Christmas scenes on our cans. We try to match them out. So this little angel, she would be a good one. These are all vintage, really old pieces, but there's no reason that you couldn't add the little Hobby Lobby pieces to them. This was a little bell. It was just a little, oops, just a little bell. Well, it's actually in there. You hear it? You can see the little bells in there. This little snowman, he might look good on that. He might be too white. I don't know. If you put a little greenery on there, I think he'll look really cute on there. I have these as little shelf sitters where I have my Halloween bottles over on my thing. I'll do a tin, vintage tins. Oh, Valerie, we had so much fun. So there's that. And then this deer, he was a little pricey. He was $12, but he's cast iron and he lost a thing, but he was so old. I forget how old she said he was, but she said he's a treasure. And she had about 6 of them there. They were all broken in different ways, but I thought maybe I could hang a little, like make a little wreath and hang it off of his antler so you wouldn't notice. Or put some greenery like behind him and shove him into the side of a Christmas tree or something. So I think I can hide this break. So some were legs, you know, broken, but so she would not come down on that. And the same with this was also $12, and it was a little vintage caroler, and it's holding just a little plastic light, but I thought that'll be fun. I'll cover up the red with greenery down here. I think that'll be a really fun look. I got a lot of wood pieces like this and these and these and these. I was doing a lot of thinking about things to make with these vintage pieces because I know you guys, you know, like that. I love that. Look at this little shoe. This is something I'm going to shellac. I've got the shellac out. I'm going to put some on this. I'll show you when I get over there what it does. Okay, let's keep going. Let me show you. Show you my floor. So I've been sorting lace. I hit the mother load on lace. I'm sorting. And it's on the floor. I've got 2 huge piles on the floor. I have a huge box I have yet to go through. And then all of, oh gosh, can I get, my cord won't let me go in here. Anyway, there's a bunch of piles of lace. I hit the mother load on lace, to be totally honest. You love the little shoe, Karen. I was sick at how, it was hundreds of dollars. Let me just say that. I saw the box. I said, I'll take the box because it is so hard to find good lace. Again, it was an older lady. She had great, great pieces, some unusual pieces. She had a lot of collars, They were she was a little pricey, but she had awesome stuff, like really awesome. I think I'm going to do a Christmas tree. This was a great piece. I'm going to do Christmas tree out of this. You remember in my group how we wrapped and yeah, this is going to be a fantastic Christmas tree. Beautiful. This will make a beautiful bottle. Lots of pieces, interesting pieces. I got a whole pile over there, little bits and pieces and stuff. But then I have the chunky stuff. I did not find a lot of doilies that I could still keep at my stack prices, but I did get these are doilies, so we'll have some doilies coming your way. Hardly any tatting. Tatting was really hard to find. This was the only tatting that I found. I never really part with my tatting because it's so hard to find. Tatting, this isn't really tatting right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Tatting is when it's really tiny like this. Like this would be tatting. When it's really tiny. That kind of thing. So it's just a skinny lace. But I love those too in our, I want to show you this too. In our tassels and just hanging down on bottles, hanging down on pumpkins, like all of that stuff. I got a lot of lace. This was a beautiful little piece. This is a piece of fabric that I bought from another lady, but I thought, what an awesome pumpkin or bottle cover or whatever. It's got a couple of holes. There's a couple holes. It's got a couple spots. but it was a pretty nice piece. And I think it'll make a great pumpkin or bottle cover too. So I'm gonna have some fun with that one. Let's see, one of your grandmothers, oh, you're kidding. Oh my gosh. Oh, Sue, you are the luckiest. Thank you, Shelley. Yeah, to even know how to do that, I have no idea. I'd never heard of it until my grandmother had already passed. I would love to have seen if that was something she could do. So this is something that I picked up. This is a dress sort of thing. But I was seeing all of the yummy things I could do with it. Like, see the sleeve? We did the tissue jar cover in my group years ago, but it was awesome. I love my tissue jar. Let me show you. It's right here. And I used a sleeve. Here it is. And I sourced the tissues in the group and then did the lid with some music notes and hung a little key on it. There's a little bit of skinny lace, and it was beautiful, and I love my tissue jar. So I saw this, like, look at this sleeve here. It's got the extra piece that the other one doesn't have. It's still in there, I have it, but it's just beautiful. And I thought I can have a lot of fun with all of these pieces. I hate to cut it up. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I hate to cut it up for sure. But, and then these pieces were separate. But look, so pretty. What a pretty bottle cover. Again, what a pretty bottle cover. So yay. That was a good find. Oh, I did find these bottle tops. Forgot about that. Here's a couple bottle tops you can look for. I found these cute little feet. He only had 2. Whoops, there you go. But they were like a corner, and I kind of got a little idea for them. So I don't know when we'll go about I may save them. I got an idea, and I may need them for a future project. Oh yeah, here's the other pulley. I got a little painted pulley where the paint's coming off. I thought this was really interesting. It's a keyhole, 1 screw, and this will look great on any of my projects that I've already done, but I think I'll save it for a new one. Poor spelling. My sister wore lace collars in high school. Oh, I love, yes, I did the same thing. I love that. And the hanging, the big hanging down, because we wore a lot of jackets and stuff for work. My framer frames tatting pieces. She had a lady who made many for her. Oh, I love it. I would love to have known her, been her neighbor. It's a region thing about the lace. You guys in the Midwest seem to love the Victorian style stuff. However, in the Southwest, you do not see. No, I bet not. I bet you don't. Is that Dee Dee? Yep. I bet you don't see that out there. It's a little shabby chic, probably. Yeah, definitely not Southwest. Definitely not ocean nautical decor. For sure. But, oh, I love them. She graduated in 61. Oh, yes. Yeah, that was. Let's see. Oh, you have? I have never seen tatting at a thrift store. Keep watching. Okay, this was a cute little set. It's a little set of old dishes, old silver, not dishes, but like there's the little pot, what do they call it, a Dutch oven or not a double broiler. There's a couple plates in here. What's this thing? Oh, a little coffee pot or a little teapot, probably a little chocolate pot's what it looks like. And then there's a couple of little doily pieces that were in there. I could take those out. I don't even know if they're any good, but a couple little doily things in there. So I snagged that. There's some plates. I thought one of you guys might like that. And then Patricia Clayton, I think it was last year, sent me some of these Shiny Brights. It was my very first collection of Shiny Brights, and there was a lady that had, it was just an old way. They're just old bulbs that are, you see how they're kind of marbling and cracky and stuff. And Shiny Bright was a brand, and they're very popular, but see how it's all chippy and good. And I put it in my little dough bowl, and oh my gosh, they look great. So, but I needed more, so I found this lady that had a few of the small Shiny Brights like she sent me, so I'm glad to add that to my collection. I found this piece. You know how the little drawers are always so popular, and it was all intact. So I thought I'm going to maybe do a project with it. I don't know. We thought about a project. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool like it is, but I thought it was just a cute little piece that would fit in anywhere, even in the kitchen or something like that. You could put your ear pods and maybe like some small candle remotes or whatever I like to use mine for. Okay. Oh, these, I don't know what this is. Maybe you guys know what game this is. If you do, let me know. See these dice? Whoops. I have them in the bottom. I have a cabinet that's got has a little lip on it. So I have these dice in there, and this lady had more. So I bought what she had. She had like a whole basket full of stuff, and I'm like, could you just sell me the dice? I did not want the junk in the basket, but I did want the dice. So I got that. But let me know if you know what game this is from so I know what to look for. Boggle. Oh, is it Boggle? Okay, you guys. Now I know what to look for. I love the white and black. It looks great with my ironstone. Oh, you guys are amazing. We had no idea. I'm gonna screenshot that so I don't forget to look. Oh, where's my screenshotter? There you go, Boggle. Okay, great, cool. All right, so next up, you know how much you loved my little scale that I got? Look, I found another. This is really heavy. I think it's a pot metal. These, I don't think that, it's not, I don't know how old it is. I think we saw some, oh, shoot. It says, Kathy from Daddy and Mother, 12/25/1957. So it's at least that old. Somebody hand wrote that. And it's a super cute little scale. It is exactly like the scale that I got, except my scale was missing the little weights. But I don't think their weights are true. I think it says a 4, I don't know, but oh gosh. I gotta quit holding things. I don't know why I have the dropsies so bad. Anyway, better set it down before I break it. But it's adorable. It's adorable. So I picked that up. I don't need 2, so I'll be doing that one in a sale coming up. You know how popular the yard longs used to be? The Victorian yard longs. They were a yard long, and they were probably 12. Maybe 8 to 10 inches tall, and you would find floral, you would find all sorts of them. We always loved the Victorian ladies. This one it was all original with the old glass. It's got the old back, it's got the original wire. Now it's got a different hanger, and someone has opened it and put the different things in, probably looking for money, but I love her. She fits the frame perfectly. To tell if it has old glass, I don't know if you guys would be, not with the reflection, but that's how you hold it to look, and you move it all around. So like when I do this, I can see all of the ripples, and there's just all kinds of movement in this glass. And then there's like little seed dots, like little dots, like almost when the glass was wet, someone poked it with a little pin and made all these little hole things. I don't know what those are called, but those are in here. Like there's one right there. It's pretty vivid. I don't know if you'd be able to pick it up if I hold it. No, you guys can't see it. But anyway, if you ever want to know, like, is it old glass? Go this way and look and move it around. When you're outside, it's kind of hard to see with the reflection, but if you get it just right, you'll see it. You'll see the action in it. But I loved her. I'm going to see if I can fit her in anywhere here. And if I can, I think I'll have to keep her because she's just nice muted colors, and she's a pretty girl. A lot of times these girls aren't always super pretty. She was a pretty one, so we'll see. I found this frame. You know I love my frame around here that I get so many compliments on. Back here that we made in our group, and then this one as well. They both have the little scale that I added, a little scale, and then there's where I put my little combination lock, my old combination lock, and then this scale is a lot bigger. You can see it with the gold. Oh, you can't see it very well, but this scale's bigger it's a spring scale, and then it's got a little lock on it too. So I love the old frames, and I love doing them up like that or making them part of our little collection things that we do. So I got that frame. Again, speaking of my German father-in-law, I'm not exactly sure about this piece. I love it. I love it, but I don't really have anywhere to put it. But I love, look at the tiny little drawers, and it's all, this is all pottery, or like stoneware, like it's glass. So, and it's all in German. I know you can't read it because it's backwards, but you wouldn't be able to read it even if I flipped it. My stepdad could almost not even read it, and he reads German, so it must be like the newer German. German kind of took a change in their writings, I guess. There was an old German and a new German, and he can read the old, but not the newer. But anyways, this one we think says saffron. One of them we thought said mint, but we have no idea what they are. But I love, like, just, but the size of the drawer is adorable. So when I paid up, I counted how many drawers I was getting because I thought I could use the drawers in decor. You know, I love the little drawers. I mean, there's 2 drawers right. Can you see them? Right there. I have a bunch of these. I think they're on my website. And I don't think I ever sold one of them. I have a whole bunch of, I love them. It says hex bolts and wing nuts. I think it's on my website. It's supposed to be anyway. There you go. You can see them, but they're a nice size, is why I bought them. But I thought if I decide, I've got a couple of options here. I hate to take it apart because it's all original, but at the same time, it doesn't, the bottom 2 drawers don't go shut. It's a little gappy. And this plate is missing from this one, but what a cute little drawer to work with, to do, you know, to do something with. But what I was thinking, Julie said, well, she didn't want me to take the drawers out, but if I do, look at the cute little shadow box we would have to work with, and we could do the cutest little Christmas scene in here, or some kind of a scene. We were thinking, so then I could get the good out of the drawers, plus do this up somehow for Christmas, because it's adorable, like a little cabinet. You see that? It's adorable like that. So I'm really, this one I'm just gonna look at for a while until I figure out exactly what I want to do with it. But I love that as a little, as its own, because the drawers don't fit in perfectly. But at the same time, I hate to take it apart. So I don't know. I gotta sit on that one for a minute. I picked up a few of these railroad nails. I know a lot of you guys were liking my little $2 spikes. I sent a ton of them. I can't believe they made them to Canada, Pam. That's crazy. But yeah, I think she bought 6 or 8 of them, and I was able to send them in a box with some other stuff to Canada. But so this is something that I learned. So these are really old nails, and they were hammered into the railroad tie. Sometimes they use the big spikes, but these nails were in here, and this is the year. So this one says 42, 40, 49. So the numbers told the railroad workers how old that railroad tie was. You know, if they had some of them falling apart or something, they would know that all of those were 40s. So all the 40s need replaced. Oh, thank you, Shelly. That's so sweet. All of the 40s would need replaced along their stretch, whatever they had. I thought it was interesting. I found you guys some more dominoes. I've been sending dominoes out in our antique boxes as well for you guys to work with. So I was getting a little bit low. Okay, this is a weird thing. It's really cool. It's actual real wool. Okay, it's real wool, and we were at an antique mall. It was our last stop. One of our favorite booths at Springfield, and she had 6 of these bags, or 4, I think 4 or 5, 6, I don't know, a few laying on the floor in a corner, and I kept looking at them, thinking, what can I do with this? What can I do with this? And Julie started looking at it, and she's like, it's so cool though. And when is our chance to ever get a hold of real wool? So we thought maybe, I think they would make great Santa beards. And she's like, oh my gosh, give me one. Like, you're right. I think they're going to make really good Santa beards for one thing. So I I'm excited to have it. So I said, maybe we don't need all of this. Maybe we'll just split a bag. And she said, no, because when are you ever going to be able to get more? I want my own bag. I'm like, okay, well, if you're getting a bag, I want a bag too, right? So I got my bag too. And then we're down. I got some gifts for Julie. I better not show you. Her birthday's coming up. So I picked up a few things for her. Is that what you were thinking, Karen? A Santa beard? Yeah. You were surprised. Me too, Pam. I can't believe you got it already. Past couple of days cleaning my furnace room where I stash things and making up boxes to go to the Salvation Army. Your video. Yes. Yes. Rethink that, Beverly. So many people have said to me, I've gotten rid of so much stuff that I shouldn't have. I wish I had that back. I didn't know what to do with it until I saw your videos. My whole world is about saving old things and doing things with it. So yeah, I don't know about my hair, you guys. It's always poker straight. And for some reason, I'm getting these waves. And when I get ready to do it, it's not, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I've never had body before. And you know, I just turned 60. So my hair's changing and I can't get used to having hair. It's really weird. But at the same time, I love having hair. So when I'm looking in the mirror, I keep looking because it's so weird. And do I straighten my bangs or let them go? I don't know. It's weird. Okay, so let me show you the last thing that I have here. Well, I can show you this. Let me show you this vase. I got this for Julie for her birthday. She saw it. She already knows. She loves it. I love it. I should have kept it for myself, but where am I going to put it? I have nowhere to put it. So just face it. I'd rather her have it, and that way I can still go see it. A friend used to have me pick up my chow's hair. Oh, and she would put on her loom and make things. Oh my gosh, that's a cool idea. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Joe. I don't know. Yes, Dee Dee, I think you're right. My hormones must be on fire. Because I can't. So yeah, I get my hair done tomorrow. I thought, okay, I'm going to talk to her about, remember we used to scrunch our hair? I don't know if you girls ever did the scrunching thing, but I thought maybe there's a product I could put in and get more, not so frizzy looking, but maybe take advantage of the loopy loops. So here's the vase that I got Julie for her birthday. It's an ironstone. I think, well, it might not be. It's not marked. Ironstone isn't always marked. It's not super heavy, but it is super awesome. It's a farm scene. I've never seen anything like it. And I think it's absolutely stunning. So, and she's like me with all of the, you know, beige and neutrals with a little bit of greenery. So it's a gorgeous, gorgeous, yeah, it's okay, Dee Dee, if she is. She knows. I had it in my hand. I carried it around for a minute, and then I went back and I put it back because I could not think of a place to use it here in my house. And so I put it back, and she says, if you're not getting it, I am. And I said, oh my gosh, it's your birthday. I'll get it for you. I didn't know you loved it. So I took it out of her hands and said, I'll get it. So this way I can enjoy it for a month until it's her birthday. So your hair used to be extremely curly, but not so much. Yeah, that's what Julie's hair was, always so curly and so pretty. And she always, and now now I'm getting curls. I showed her in the heat. I straighten and then I end up curled. So it's like the opposite. Okay, so there's that. And then, all right, so then the last thing, Melissa, one of the girls that helped me with my blog, wanted me to get her, she bought an old schoolhouse. And she said, can you find me some rulers for the old schoolhouse? So I found a lot of yucky ones. This one was interesting because it's just cardboard, but it looks like wood, and it's got an old calendar on the back from Middletown, Ohio, 1950. I pictured that up just because it was cheap. This one, now all of these advertising ones, just so that you know, I love the script on that one. You can see how pretty the writing is. I know it's backwards, but you can see the font. That's all you really, it says Bryant and Stratton Business College, Buffalo, New York. I thought it was beautiful. This guy was a little pricey, but I did not, after I saw his, I couldn't buy a ruler. This one says Breyer's Ice Cream, and then it's got all of the different, what's it say here? Age 7, height and weight of children, boys, and girls. Oh, and it's on both sides. Children, it has the boys and the girls, how much they should weigh and how high they should be, how tall. So it's Breyer's. So she liked that one. This one was a little bit longer. It's a 15-inch ruler, which was really unusual. And it's the Rapid Service Company, Oak Street, Buffalo, New York. I thought that was beautiful. So this guy, I picked up 4 from him. Oh, the other one I kept. It was a painting. It was one about painting. The other one's downstairs in my thing. And then let me show you. So then I found this little short one. I thought it was cute. So for her to have, she wasn't sure. I showed her mine, how I have mine hanging on the wall. And then I have some stuck in a greenery paint can, and mine are all stir sticks and paint sort of rulers. But so I found this little shorty. And then this one was a good one. It was just a basic good one, and it had that little design on the back. So 3 of these, though, were very dull, these 2 for sure, and these 2 for sure. And so I used a product I wanted to show you to make my yucky ones as pretty as the expensive ones. And it's a shellac. It's called Bullseye, Zinsser Bullseye Shellac, and it's amber, the amber color. And that's how a lot of these people, like even this gourd, they used it on this. Let me show you the difference. This gourd doesn't have it. This gourd does. It ambers and shines. You see the difference? It ambers and shines. So if you need anything like that, that was a tip that we got from another dealer years ago, that we buy all of our like wooden boxes and stuff from him because his were always so beautiful. And he said he uses that shellac. So just a heads up on that. Then I found her this really cool ruler. It's a 12-inch ruler. Champion Binders, Mowers, and Reapers, the Warden, Bunchel, and Glenser Company, Chicago, Illinois. But so this was a pretty ruler. It was just pretty, but it wasn't awesome like the other ones. But here's why it was. It's a folding ruler like this. Oh, it's in orange. Nice. I bet it would be. I bet it would be, Karen. It probably is. This one's called Amber, but I bet that's the same. So not only did it have the writing on the front, but it also had stuff on the back. So I had to pick this one up for her, and she can display it as a ruler, or she might, split it and put it in, whatever. But I thought that was a good one. And then this one was a little slide ruler. So I thought that was cool too. So I picked her up all sorts of rulers. She was a fun one. I was struggling the first day. I couldn't find any. And then I found one, a little dollar one. And then I found that guy with the $10 ones. And I said, you got to get some of these. And then this one was on our website. I think it was $3. But I told her about that. She wants to take that one too, just because it's just got the same look, but it's unique. And then I had this one on my website too. Turtle, let's see, what does that say? Turtles, standard gauge, New York, but it's all brass. And I thought that was a beautiful one too. So, and it's got a hole, so that could be a hang. She wasn't sure if she was going to hang them or put them in a box. So anyway, that's that. This is Julie's birthday, and I'm not going to show you because I got it for her daughter to give her. She saw them. I do want to show you this. We've never seen anything like this before. It is a little wooden handled, and it has, this was like for dough, how you would make your little tarts or whatever, and then you would impress that, but it's flow blue, or it has that flow blue look. Isn't that the most unusual? It's beautiful. And so I don't have anything blue except that little planter pot that I bought, but she has a huge cabinet full of flow blue, and it's gorgeous. So I picked it up for her daughter to give her. And we saw one piece of English stoneware, one piece, a pie crimper, yes. And I think you could crimp, any dough. So this was the only English stoneware we saw. Our man was there, and he did not have any stoneware. I showed you guys all of the pictures of what he had unearthed. There were broken pieces, just like, I've got some on my website. It was all of these things that they dug up. This one was just fabulous. It had a little bit of staining, no crazing at all, and it's really thick. It was just really unusual. I gotta read that paper in there. I don't know what that says. Oh, that's my receipt for her daughter. I didn't know what that was. But yeah, so these are all English advertising stoneware, and they're a one-time use. So someone back in the day in England would buy this Dundee marmalade, and use it and throw it out like we throw away our Smucker's jars. You don't think anything about it. A peanut butter jar, whatever, a tuna can. They have potted meat, like your little chicken that comes in the can. We throw those away. We don't think anything about it. Well, 100 years ago, they did that with these containers. They just used them and pitched them like we are doing with ours today. And then when they're moving the landfills and they're coming across these, so they're doing digging and unearthing these pieces from 100 years ago. And so I have him as my source. Let's see, do I have any out here? I don't have any out here right now to show you anymore. I do have some lids. I have lids with no pots, but you can find a lot of these things on my website. There's a ton on my website. They're all different. Look at that one. It's good. They're all good. But the little dish underneath has been broken. Some of these, sometimes they have chips and cracks and they're crazed, but the history behind them is so fantastic. And he said that they've pretty much, it's just really hard to find them anymore. So I have quite I can show you my little collection for those of you that might be new that are like, I don't know what she is talking about. I'll just show you. It's right here. Let me see here how I can do that without the light bothering you too much. Let's see. Here we go. I'll set you down. Here's my little cabinet. This is my personal collection, not what I have for sale upstairs. But there. So it's all, you know what? I'm just going to take you off of this thing. It's going to be a little wiggly, but that way I can turn you around and I can see what you're seeing too. So here's first shelf. I have quite a few on here, so you must be kind of interested. So I'll just show you this stuff. So here is, this is a little pin cushion. She's old. Here's a little pin cushion here. Here's a little powder puff from my Victorian days. But I love the plate. I tried to keep some of my Victorian pieces that I loved in the past and then work them in with my, now this doesn't fit, but it was a lid. And, just to find an intact lid that went to one of these pieces is pretty cool. So I love this. And then this larger Marmalade Pot. It's an unusual size. It's really big. And then here is the next size down. I have all three sizes. And then this was just a different, this was James Keller, where this was Frank Cooper. So I have 2 Kellers and 2 Coopers on here. All my little rolling pins are back here in this jar. And then I started getting some little scissors. I thought the old black scissors were really cool. And I had never bought any. And then a friend of mine's parents had passed away and she wanted their house emptied out. So she called me and I got to go through first and I got all kinds of neat things. I got my art easel. I got all kinds of neat things from there. That was so fun to be the first in. Okay, next shelf down, I have ironstone. I have a little Winchester Shipman's potted meats jar. This is Mason. Let's see, I need to turn you around so you can read this with me. I'm sorry. You guys are all backwards wonky. There you go. Oh, no. Well, it's not letting me. There you go. Okay, now you can read them with me. Look at this little crock I found. It's a little whiskey thing. But again, I look for color, you guys. I look for color so you can see a lot of the things that I get are all going to match in. She is a beautiful old Victorian perfume bottle that still has the little dauber on the bottom. Where are you? When you flip it, it's all backwards. But she's got the little bobber on the bottom that sits down in her dress. So she was a perfume that would sit on the dressers. This is a little pie vent. This one was a totally broken piece, but it was broken in the back and it sits perfectly in my little mockingbird cage. And then one of the pretty hand-painted plates that we used to collect so much of. I just put some buttons in here. I've got my grandma's crochet needles in that one. And then I made a ball just to display with all of my glass buttons. Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. We did that in the group. Lots of things in the group. There's a little tiny gauge. I thought that was just cute. And again, it's all the right colors. So even though I have all of these miscellaneous things, See how all of the colors, I don't know how to turn you, they all work. So then the next shelf down, if you guys want to see, everybody's still here, so we must be okay. All right, let me figure out how, okay, I gotta come over here to show you over there. Oh my gosh, I can't, okay, oh my gosh, this is so strange. All right, here we go. I've got some old paint brushes in here, just a couple of little ones just to pull that color. And then this is, where is it? It's over here. This is a paper, hear it? That one has a paper top with it. That was a crazy find. That was pretty cool. And then the platter, the ironstone platter. Let's see. This one, where am I? Oh, it's over here. This one had a lid. No, it's not the original lid, but it had a lid, and the lid says it's a different company and everything, but it has, I don't know what it says, but it has the writing on it. And then there's another little toothpaste lid. They used to get their toothpaste in these little jars. Here's another broken one. You see how the broken pieces just work in great? I'm really picky about my pieces. This was a door plate that I did like a steampunk sort of thing to. I can't, you guys, I'm not seeing your comments. I'm sorry, I was looking at my stuff. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I'm backwards. Oh, I'm still backwards? Wait a minute. Am I? I am. Oh, well, good grief. Let me flip you back. Well, for Pete's sake. I'm glad you said that. I'm sorry. I thought you could read it. Yay. Now we're the way we're supposed to be. That's weird. Huh. That's really weird, but yay, because now you're right. Maybe did they change it? Maybe Facebook doesn't make us do that anymore. How fun is that? Thanks for telling me, Dee Dee. Now you're backwards. Yes, I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't see it. Oh my gosh, you're all telling me that. You're all telling me that. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Typically, we would flip you. Now look at this one. It's German. Julie got me that for a gift. I have never seen that one before. So there you go. There's that one. Okay, so you see that I have a lot of plain white pieces. See, this is plain white because they get a lot of the plain. And so I have a lady up in Michigan, I believe she's in Michigan, and she has started baking. She started making labels and baking them onto these old containers because all of these people that I'm buying from have piles and piles of plain white. Of course, we all want the original writing and all of that, but when it becomes impossible, like here, like this one is one of her labels. You cannot tell the difference. There is an edge to her label somewhere. I can't even find it on this one. You really have to watch. If you find these, make sure they're not. But that's one of her labeled ones. I put some letters from a game in there. I don't know where they're from. And then the buttons. I use a lot of buttons. There's some more buttons right there and buttons. These are black beans, just little black beans, just because I don't like an empty container. You know, see how pretty it is by adding stuff. So I just prop my broken ones in here. These are, I mean, this one's very broken, but I love them. So, and just to know that, you know, someone has thrown, you know, like this one that's been laying in the trash. Someone throws an old tire on top of it or an old who knows what, you know, just whatever you throw in your trash and it would break it. So there's a lot of broken pieces there as well. Let's see, there's a couple of those. So this was 1925. This was 1920, the railroad spikes. Now I know what the numbers mean. I never knew. This is an old miner's lamp my stepdad gave me. He did a lot of work in the coal mines. My husband did too. That would clip on their lamp. And those were for underground mines. This is from my kids. They gave me a piece of a skeleton from a cacti. This old lock I just thought was really cool looking, super chunky. And so I just put that in there. And then this was just an unusual shaped bottle. And then this, my friend Beth brought me this not too long ago. And I can't ever get it opened. At least I doubt I can do it with one hand because I can barely get it open with two hands. There you go. I did do it. Just prise up. Hang on. Let me see if I can show you what. I've never seen this. It really does not match this at all. But I love it so much, so I just kind of hid it back there. It's a little perfume. Look at that. It's a little perfume, and it's Limoges. And there's the little tea leaf or the little leaf. And then, yeah, I've got it covered up I mean, I paid her for it, but it's, but it says Limoges on the bottom. So that was a treasure. And then let's see what's here down here. I have the biscuit jar. I never could part with that biscuit jar. I've always loved it. And then here's just the piece that never had the lid. And of all of the lids that I have, none of them fit, but it was a perfect, it's just crazed perfectly. So let me see if I can focus. See the little cracks in it? That's what we love. And it's called crazing. Okay. So, used to have some Limoges. Love it. So I just propped the lid that way. I turned it upside down and I put that lid that doesn't have a container, and that's the way we rolled with it. I always love the, and this is not, I'm not Catholic. And if anyone's Catholic, please don't leave me, because I love your, rosaries. For me, someone held this in, like, this was their protection, and this was their go-to thing when they were sad or when they were grateful. And I absolutely respect and love the rosaries. The chain work on rosaries is always very pretty, always very distinctive. You can tell. Usually they're rounded like this. I am no authority on it whatsoever, but I do just love, I just love the whole idea of them. So they're almost like prayer beads to me, I guess. So I always put them in my decor. I pick them up. A lot of times they're very, they're $30, but if I can find them a little more affordable, I pick them up. A lot of times they're broken, or I find them just thrown in the bottom of a box of junk. So really, I'm saving them. I'm bringing them back and respecting them. I love them. So I don't know. I had one lady once tell me that, she didn't think that was right that I did that, but that was all just one. And I tried to explain my love for them. And I don't remember who it was. I don't even know if she's still here with me. But so here's another one of these little ones. I turn it upside down. It has no writing on it. This one also, no writing. But this is what, this would be powder maybe, or I don't even know. Toothpaste. I think a lot of the larger lids are toothpaste. The smaller lids are toothpaste as well. This one was anchovy paste. I don't have a bottom that fits it, so I just did that with it, just to give you guys some ideas. This was a little ironstone pitcher, and I hung this beautiful piece of a collar out of it, put a little greenery in there. I always show you guys my greenery. Here's another toothpaste jar, another container that had no top. So see how, but it gave me a nice lift. It gave me a nice lift for my bottle with the little caster wheel in the top. When I talked about all of the bottles I was going to make and the lace I was using for my bottles, this is what I'm talking about. So that's the bottom of my of my cabinet. So that gives you guys just a little idea there of my my collection. You can see I'm sitting on the floor. It looks like we're looking up at the world, but yeah. So there you go. That's my little cabinet. So when I talk about my English stoneware and how much I absolutely love it, I'm really not kidding you guys. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cool things here. I got my little suitcase and some of my hand painted things in there, the little beaded purse. I was very Victorian years ago, and I still love it today. There's a little cool looking architectural piece. This we made in our group. This we made in the group. This we made in the group. All of the bottles. I love the old bottles. I have a little rental house. This bottle, it says Norwich. It's a different state, but it says Norwich, and our little rental house is in Norwich. So I bought that. It's in a different, ours is Norwich, Ohio, but this is one of the transfers that I bought to try to do what that lady was doing, because I had so many pieces, another broken piece. And this was a rub-on transfer that I found. So the lid is still old. It doesn't matter that I put a new one on to find the authentic. And listen, if you guys would happen to go to the website to look and see this stuff, here, I used my little Dutch boy bucket. I tell you in the description whether it's all original or whether the container, there's a Neff crock. You can barely read the word Neff, but that's my last name. It has Neff on it. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, that was a nice little cubby corner to show you guys for sure. So I just thought I would show you that. We got onto the stoneware. Once I get on stoneware, forget it. But yeah, that was the only piece that we saw. We did see another booth had 3 pieces, but we weren't sure it was real. The bottom was a different finish than all, you know, our containers and stuff, but it was such a reputable booth, and she wasn't there. It was at the mall, so we couldn't talk to her. But they were in really good shape, and they were priced, I think they were like $75 a jar. So I mean, that was right. That was right pricing. So anyway, I don't know. I love the story. I get also heartfelt and I don't know. I guess I just love the history of all of that stuff. And to think that, you know, like Julie said, there's no more. She's like, I want that because there's no more. We can't find any more. And that's right. Once they're gone, they're gone. They're gone. You have a great... Yes, I did. I didn't. Oh, I need to show you one more thing. My best thing that I got. My best thing that I got. Thank you, Patty. Let me show you the best thing I got. I hate taking you through my house. I don't know what my house looks like. You're Catholic, you have your grandma's, my mom's, and my... Oh, Shelly, I would treasure that even more. Mine are unknown. They're just things that I found. So, yeah, but I'll have a lot of... I doubt that I do right now because that's all my... Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. That's all my, like, Halloween. I did all my bottles and stuff in our group and on our... let's see, I was in... Studio MDs, or who did I do that? I don't know. I made, for the fall craftathon, I made a bunch of bottles. Anyway, let me take you in here real quick. I want to show you my treasure. I didn't put anything away because I wanted to show you guys first. Here is my treasure. I bought this table. I never really cared for the little white painted table that was back there. And it was a young couple that had this table. It was sitting outside around a bunch of junk. But we saw the beauty in this table right away, sitting by my couch. But it has like all the little beads and stuff on the bottom. And up here, I don't like that you can see my cord through it, but it's behind my couch in the corner. But I love that it's dark around all of my light. You know, I have the light furniture. See how that just really anchors it in there? I love it. So that was my treasure that I bought. Yeah, see, look, there's a pot. There's a pot. This is one that has a fake label on it too, but I love it. I've got some holiday fake labels on there. There's Christmas. There's a Thanksgiving. There's one, I don't think it's on there. I had one pumpkin because I was going to keep it, and then I decided not to. So it's not on there yet, but I think I showed you guys. Anyway, this is an old 100-year-old container, but it has a new label on it. But I love it. So anyway, gosh darn, we could hang out all day. Couldn't we just walk around and chatting? Whoops, I thought I flipped it. So, okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to go start putting my stuff, you know, where I want to put it, some of my treasures that I want to keep. And then, I'll have to start taking stuff upstairs for what for sure is going into the next sale and all that stuff. I have to figure all that out. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. It's so nice to hang out with you and share what we found the last couple of days. I think we did pretty good. I didn't show you Julie's. Usually I show you Julie's too. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Usually I show you Julie's too, but Julie's is... like it was her turn to drive, so she dropped me off first. When I drive, I take her to her house, so then we go in and we do it at her house, and then I show you the next day. Oh, I got one more. I have one more little idea that I got. I got this before I left, but I had the bright idea. Let me show you this thing. This is Fiona. Fiona lives in my bumpy crock. This is my bumpy crock. It says Zanesville, Ohio, which is where we are from. See all the bumps on it? It's so, I thought it was real. At first I wasn't sure about it, but then I thought, how unusual. And it's from my hometown. So Fiona was getting tall and she was kind of wanting to spill over a little bit. So I tied her together with dental floss. Okay. I tied the two branches or whatever together, but she was getting really tall and I needed a stick. So I found this stick. Let me see if you can get in here and see. Yeah, see the numbers? It was part of an old curtain stretcher. So I'm giving you guys this idea. It's part of a curtain stretcher. You can find all sorts of measures though, but what a cool thing to put as her stick, right? So I thought so anyway. You love the rosaries. Oh, good. Well, that makes me feel good. Yes, Elaine, I buy them every time, even if it's just pieces. Oh, I got to paint outside, and this is my magic mirror project, so I have stuff everywhere. Here is another fiddle leaf tree. She's trying to make it, but she's not doing very well. But I put another measure in. I have high hopes for her, right? She's in my old paint bucket. So anyway, this is kind of my workroom, dining room. So it's kind of a mess, but I just thought I would show you guys that. I would love to inspire you and give you ideas when I come up with something unique. So I thought maybe you guys would like that too. And I just happened to remember. So anyway, okay, you guys, that's all I have. You love them, Linda? Yeah, so the curtain stretcher, there were several pieces. There were, like, it was a whole bundle of sticks. One had the measure on it. One had, several of them had tiny little pins all over, tiny little like nails. So I would assume you would put your curtain and then you would lay your stretcher measure down and you would pull the curtain to go wherever you want it. I don't know. That's my guess. But she wanted $10 for all of it. And I said, I don't want all of it. I just want the measure part. So I gave her $10 for just the measure part. And she said, okay. So just to give you an idea. So, I mean, I'm not saying that was cheap or expensive or whatever. I'm just giving you a guide, an idea. So if you see something measure-ish, I thought it was great. I didn't have to cut it down or anything. So anyway, I think that's all I got. So, all right, you guys, I got to see my little curl. It's so weird to have curls. I just can't get used to it. So anyway, it's like I got a permanent. Remember we used to get permanents? That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I'm so glad. Thank you so much, you guys. Thanks, Linda. Thank you, guys. Linda loves it too. So, okay, I'm going to go. Your plant needs a pole. Yes, Patty. You can find all sorts of measures. You can find lots of even yardsticks, like an old yardstick. Put some of that Zinsser bullseye shellac in amber on an old measuring stick. It'll look great. So I just thought it was great with my sort of theme of my house. Anyway, so just an idea for y'all. All right, have a great day. I got a lot of work to do. Got to get this table. I had it all cleaned up before I left, and now look at it. I got to clean. And what am I going to do with all this lace? I hope you're all ready for a bunch of beautiful lace coming your way, because I'm going to be working on it. So have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.